Hey, folks, and welcome to the last week of third quarter. This is week 9. We are there. Before I start talking about deadlines, let's talk about the post that I did late last week about the definition of p-value. One thing I will tell you, every year I have seen the AP board, they're going to ask you about p-value in one shape or form. It may be in a multiple choice question, or it would be in a free response where they would expect you to define it in context within the problem. So one thing I did is I made a video here, it's about 3 minutes long, discussing the p-value. In our chapter 9 and chapter 10 tests, you were exposed to that question. And people were iffy on that. They weren't the best definitions you guys were giving me for p-value. So I can tell some of you are really starting to get it now. Others of you are still maybe not quite there. So if you feel like you need that extra refresher, please watch this video. Take a look at this definition here, which was in our textbook from chapter 9, or seek me out with any questions you have on it. Again, you should expect to be exposed to this type of question on your May 4th exam, and I want you to be able to get the points for that and feel prepared. Okay, deadlines. We are on our last summative assessment, as you all know, for chapter 11. If we look at the calendar, the due date for that one looks like it is set for Tuesday. So if you're on pace, Tuesday would kind of be the expected time to test. Again, you do not have to test on Tuesday. Give yourself some wiggle room if you need to, just as long as you get everything done by Thursday by 3 p.m., the end of the quarter. Again, if you're going to be on spring break or leaving early, plan ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, worst case scenario, come into either win 1 or win 2 and wrap up the chapter 11 summative exam. This is one exam that could be taken in a traditional time period. It's going to be a combination, again, kind of like chapter 10, a few multiple choice and then a few free response. Because it's the last week of the quarter, it is not retakeable, so make sure you feel prepared for that. Now, I want to talk about when we get back from spring break. Because our deadline is right before spring break, there's no reason you need to do any math over spring break. There really isn't. Give yourself that time off and refresher. Because when we get back, it's kind of a race for the finish. We have 1 month and we're going to be taking that exam. So give yourself that mental break. When we come back, it's really in chapter 12. There are 2 sections. We're only doing the first section. Section 12.1, it's going to be talking about linear regression and doing tests and confidence intervals with that type of data. So now we're going to go from chapter 11, which is categorical data, to chapter 12, which is all quantitative data. So there is no test for it, but just get the work done up to Thursday. Everyone's going to come in on Monday on pace. So you should be able to just everyone be on pace and get done here by that Thursday. Then what happens is we start an 18-day review. May 4th is your exam. You're one of the first exams, so we need to kick into that review. What we do for kind of that first 3 days is you are going to take a diagnostic exam and set a baseline for where you are right now. You are actually going to be taking an actual AP exam. It is the 2014 AP exam. So don't look up the answers. You don't want to do that at all. It's not going to help you. This is for you to be like, all right, if this is a real thing, how would I do? On that Friday, you're going to be scheduled to take the multiple choice exam on your own and see how you do. And then the following Monday would be the free response questions. That Tuesday, you're going to analyze your results. And then what's going to happen on the 18-day review, I'm going to start having deadlines. So there's going to be quicker deadlines coming up. Typically, it's for one topic. You might have 3 days to do some topics, and you have to get all those review activities done by that deadline. For example, this diagnostic exam, which is scheduled for Friday, it's a 90-minute time multiple choice exam. So it's 40 questions in the 90 minutes. You're probably not going to take this during school, because if you don't have a 90-minute slot to sit down and take it, you wouldn't want to take it. This may be a weekend activity, something you do on that Saturday or that Sunday. The deadline for this is going to be on that Monday. So I'm going to have kind of a quick deadline for that because I want you to stay on pace with some of the stuff. Now, the deadlines for this is just going to be to get the assessments done, to get the reviewing done. You're going to get formative points for everything in fourth quarter. Not one thing in fourth quarter is summative. That is why, again, your semester grade for second semester is weighted 80-20. 80% goes toward third quarter. 20% goes toward fourth quarter. I'll be honest with you, there is not one reason anyone should get less than 100% in the fourth quarter. It is very easy to get all the points in there. You just have to meet the deadlines. It's not graded on your proficiency or your performance level. It's on meeting the deadlines and studying properly. So assume fourth quarter, you're going to get 100% on that. Your third quarter grade obviously is going to be what's weighting and making up that second semester grade. I'll give you more details about the review once we start in on it, but that's just kind of a quick overview on that. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, it's going to be a quick week, and let's get it done so we can all enjoy our spring breaks. Talk to you later. Have a great last week of the quarter. Bye.